So I think he's coming. Just got to wait for the live screen. I don't know. He didn't say he was coming at all. Evening, everyone. We have two speakers for the public forum tonight. Claire Wilson is the first speaker. Would you like to come up and okay, thanks for the opportunity. My name is Claire Wilson. I'm speaking in regards to the development application for the Map and Equal Survey. There's been two objections raised to that development application. The first is due to privacy. We will argue that the privacy implications have not increased because prior to the laundromat there, it was a two-car parking space which was utilised quite well. So in fact, that space might be utilised less. Also, there is a hole in the shrubbery between our place and the neighbours, and we have plugged that with a privacy stick and plant, even though we did that off our own back. Second is to do with noise levels. We have purchased the sound meter so that we have factual information. With 6 machines going, the noise level is 55 decibels. When our car goes past on the highway, it raises it to 60 decibels. When the speed level goes past, it is 75 decibels. We would argue that the noise level because of the laundromat is reduced now that there's a laundromat in the car parks, when our car pulls up, opens and shuts the door, it is decibels. So there is less noise with that laundromat. We know that they have recommended a 2-metre high fence between our properties. To put that up, we would have to severely trim our foliage, and we think that that is not necessary now that we have put the privacy screens up as well as implemented those plans. We'd also like to say that if neighbours had talked to us, we would have done it if they hadn't. Thank you very much. Do you want to wait for any questions from anyone?
Just the numbers on the northern side.
Yeah.
I think that's the
Any other questions? Yes, so the pictures in that thing are not. Yes, thank you for number 2 is with the people speak.
Hi, I'm here to talk about the community's objection to removing the trees from the ground beside the car park road at Ginger. We sort of taken us by surprise and in the space of just really half a day, we've got 8 nice pictures on what we did to try and find out what people feel about losing these beautiful trees that seem to have quite, they're very old. It's taken them, almost a generation, who knows how long to grow. The shade is top quality, and we feel that colours of trees can live cohabitating well. So how do we go about doing that? Well, firstly, if you're worried about Asheville, it seems that trees can't be seen. It's really a car park that's very populated by cars. Like there doesn't seem that much need for car parking area. We don't know many of these that would require the car parking, so perhaps we could have grass under the trees section off, and we're going to use less of make the car parks simpler and have a good car parking. The Asheville side of the car park. I think that there's plenty of room for the trees to exist because there isn't a lot of cars. So we really do believe that important for people. It's a historic town. Ginger has like tourist nature to it compared to what we're doing. Destroying trees as opposed to ordinary council defining areas and encouraging people to enjoy the flowering with all those beautiful trees that are planted. People love shade, even cars love shade. Yeah, so we really do believe in the engine is just to rethink the way they're drawing it all up. And if you have trees happy and parks happy, shade, people, etc., etc. So I can understand why it felt to be neat straight lines, things like that. So why not cut the size of the car park down? Because if you don't, you're going to have all this wasted space. And I think that wasted space streets, especially when they're so big, historic, there's Moy, there's lorikeets there. I know this council has ecological things. I think due to the favour and legacy of looking after the ecological side of Greenfield is really important to this residents. And we just enjoy trees and they camouflage the big towns that they're in. They're quite sinister. I think we should balance it out by having some natural shade, good solid shade, so that all the money you spent on this playground can be utilised in summer, because in the mornings you're not going to get that shade. That's the main point. Don't forget there were 89 plus pictures saying we didn't want those trees removed, and if we had a bit more time, we would have got tons more outside for that.
Thank you. Is there any questions for the proposal?
Thank you. There's four lines, thank you, three. Load is playground here. Trying to traffic you going for the park, as well. Around the road, or do they tend to go into the park? Or do they go through the park?
Well, we noticed that these confusing car park, because we don't know whether there's two rows of that car park or one. And we also talked about people who said one condition there anyway. And so when we were there, there were just a few cars before, and they were parked where they thought they should park. So this is right. They just help themselves to if it was people playing lines, they would actually guide it as to where to park. And also again with the sun, it's extremely within the tree because it's coming out such an angle with those shade points. There's no shade, it's just it's not only it's just only shaded by the trees. The trees have got it.
Any other questions?
Sorry, but have you seen the detail what they do?
That's something.
Any other questions? No? Thank you. Thank you very much. Right, speaking, I'd like to declare the meeting open. In accordance with Council's Code of Conduct Practice, the council meeting is being recorded and will be placed on Council's website for public information. All present are reminded by speaking or agreeing to you and me are being recorded and published. You should also be reminded that if you speak with respectful about it, will be appropriate language. So you can council accept no license for any defamatory or offensive remarks during this meeting. Councillor, happy to say this?
Yes. Heavenly Father, thank you for your presence here amongst us. Father, as we meet together, I'd like to start that we can have full, honest, open, robust discussion. Father, that all our discussion would lead to building and improving the Shire to be a spectacle to all about.
Thank you, Councillor. Any applications for legal access by councillors? Thank you, Councillor Finn. And he's from Councillor Hicks. Thank you, Councillor Shill. Any other absence or delay? No. Confirmation of minutes for the previous meeting held on the 18th of December, I think, the minutes. Has everyone had a chance to go through it? Thank you, councillor Hooper and councillor Moore.
I wish to make a comment on one of the DAs, okay? Wish to make a comment on DA 102024 -42 -1, 152 1 year, 1 year, ask them to send a meeting of council. I think it should never have been passed. It doesn't pass the past. That's not comply with our standard policies for the government to comply with. As a result, I have contacted and asked that I do a thorough investigation of that plan to pass. See what influence plan is to make this decision. And they, of course, the have to recommend to the.
Noted. We've got a mover and seconder. All in favour? Again, are you really frank? Yep. Thank you. Action report from the minute. If you could state the item number, please, and page number. Sorry, the big business paper. Yeah.
Well, it's really not. I will. It's really a lot subdivision. It's progressive, where this. Things that we want to go back to. From November 23.
And that the wrong one.
That's probably double checking.
I thought the door improvement seems to be down there on the action sheet.
I mean, yeah, we'll take a look at that.
Yeah, that is the Wallace subdivision. And it has been approved, but it's just stayed on here because it's progressing with the engineering, the subsequent approvals, the subdivision work certificate approval.
Questions? Comments? You said we can take out, clear it out, there for people, not going to you.
Yep.
Yep. No other comments? I'm sorry, go on.
Sorry, 5 and 6 coming on. Decisions to be made.
Yeah, happy to do that there. Happy to say that it doesn't have to be quite practically. The speaking is being within the action system when they are within 6 months after the year to determination. So it's waiting to transport that and go forward unless it's transport. But that was
Thanks for clarifying, actually, what saying to you, can't sure that we'll just extra transport. You know, when it does.
Turnaround 6 months to a year at the moment. I'm hearing.
Any other comments? No? Disclosure of interest, please. one from you, councillor Wisdom. Number 5, in government. Thank you. Any other?
Yes, I do declare my community interest in the climate now. It's really not, it's up on the screen, sorry, I'm just screen. Notice, the, to waive the room meeting is for the public or during the month of September for the Hall Archies. I'm a member of the Rotary Club of Congress, so I'll need to be.
I have very minute, confidential matter relating to the staff and community discussed with the council. 19 Saturday, we will talk about. Thank you, Councillor Morton. Councillor Sher. We have 3 items of both council. So item 1, part A, environmental planning, is the plan devoted to the representation of land and into operational at 163 August Street, Holborn. Thank you, Councillor King. Thank you, Councillor Whittier. Any comments, questions? I'll just make a little comment, just that unfortunately we always have to balance between honouring our history and progressing our town. And I think that this is a really great opportunity for the business wants to invest such a large amount of money to build a new supermarket. And I think it's a great thing for the whole. If there's no dissent, so put that motion. Sorry. Yes. Yep.
That's really old things.
Would you like to speak to that?
It's sort of on. Right.
I would actually agree with that comment as well.
And there's very little well on that form of block, the way we
I think, I don't know, the detail of that isn't in the planning proposal, but, about the roses, but there's still the next stage now is the exhibition. If council gets a gateway, determination from the Department of Planning, we're able to put this on exhibition, and there'll be a public hearing, which will be chaired by an independent facilitator, and all of those things will be recorded and will be submitted to council to decide. And then, if the decision was to try and relocate the roses, then the planning proposal could be altered to include that. I think they do transplant okay.
I mean, the thing to do. Is very.
I think it would actually be complemented by going over like in the other part, to be honest. I think it will get a lot more visible. Correct. Yeah. Definitely. Any other comments, questions? No? I put the motion. All in favour? All in favour. Declare carried. Item 2, development application for modification of the plan at Kingston. Lot 1, 3 1 side. Thank you, Councillor Linda. Any comment, question?
Well, I wasn't aware that the applicant, we've tried to balance the wishes of the applicant against the submitter's concerns, which is what happens in all planning matters, which is why there was the inclusion of the fence. And so, a fence will, a well-constructed fence will minimise noise to the tune of about 5 decibels, 10 decibels. It would make a difference, the fence. And so we heard from the applicant tonight, and that was the reason for the condition was coming from the submitter. And so I believe that the conditions are appropriate.
And the whole,
It cannot always look. There is another condition in there that if council was a mind to remove the fence, there is a condition in there that if we had other complaints, that it would be possible for us to go back and require the fence to be put in. That's condition number 7. Is pretty well like a routine condition that we put in to preserve the amenity of the area. So if councillors was a mind to delete number 10, if nothing adverse was to happen, you know, you wouldn't have that fence there. But if we were to get complaints, I think number 7 would allow us to then ask the applicant to then put it in at a later time. So there is the potential, if councillors are inclined, to just delete condition number 10.
And so, yeah, actually, completely by them, or shared, and things shared. But in this case, it would be just that.
It'd be on the applicant, and that's normal also in planning when a fence is required for another purpose. And quite often, even in fencing, when someone's subdividing and creating another block and things like that, the applicant will pay for the fence. It's pretty normal. No, they're not up to the cost of the fence.
But like already mentioned, there are limited way on the main route, rail route, traffic flying down the end, and then people trust. To bring about the noise that's being seen over the top. And that section has been very former for nearly 40 years. And we've got physio who has seen a bigger picture and put a lot of it and put an amazing health center. So show that this is goal, but with so many local people, as well as campus of sports and machines to be switched on. They can have a switch on, not off time. Carry clouds and all in the morning. Getting time to be 7 in the morning till 7 at night. Midnight, Washington.
Well, through you, man, I accept what you said about the noise that you mentioned from the road and railway and the like, but and that's all background noise. The letter was concerned about people speaking while they're waiting, and that's a different kind of noise. Like the brain with noise that occurs occurring all the time, we tend to shut it out of our, you know, after a while you don't even hear it. So you can live next to a main road, and the noise, sure, it's there, you know, that the truck noise is there, but your brain is almost, the way we work is that the brain is removing that for us because we're so used to it. But it's the infrequent noises like speech and yelling and things like that. I'm not saying they would be yelling from people waiting for their washing, but that's the noise that it's harder for the brain to, and that causes the disturbance of people. So that's just the nature of noise. Yapping dog. Yeah.
So, yes. Okay.
37 here.
Yep.
And it becomes relevant income.
Okay. Can we do that?
you have to,
Mr. Kane?
you'd have to move an amendment to the motion.
Are you happy to move the amendment to the motion? Yep.
Saying that, proposed condition number 10, being removed from the conditions and all other conditions will remain as is.
You can say,
It can come back in. That's an insurance condition that planners use, and so if we had an issue, that would give us the ability to then ask for that retrospective. So we could do that.
Everyone removed? We won't wait.
Oh, I don't think you need to say. I think the motion could read, remove condition number 10. Condition number 10 to be removed. Sorry. Number, all other proposed conditions to be retained.
Councillor Stevens moving that. Got a second? Councillor Hooper? Any opposition? No? All in favour? All in favour, declare it carried. Oh, sorry, yes. Now, we have a motion that we've removed, number 10 from the recommendation. So, we have still going to move it. You don't need to just vote on it. Is everyone in favour? Yes, vote carried. Thank you. Governance number 1 has been removed from the business paper. Number 2, definition of authority in the general manager and mayor. Anyone on page 31? Thank you, Councillor. Any dissent? Any questions, comments? No? All in favour? Declare carried. Community survey. Item number 3. Just paper there from the rest of the business paper. Recommendation is there on page 37. Thank you, Councillor Shell. All in favour? Carried. Number 4, appointment of Mary Hoodless consulting for the review community strategic plan on page 38. Thank you, Councillor Hooper, Councillor Morton. All in favour? Any questions? Sorry.
So this morning, has the contract already been signed?
There's no contract, but she has been engaged. That's why I'm seeking council endorsement the decision to engage her. But she has been engaged.
Yeah, because my question was if we didn't vote in favour of this,
Because we started.
we couldn't get the question started, yeah, engaged. And given that this is part of the articles to vote on, do you have any idea of remuneration where that will come from?
Well, there is an allocation for in governance that can be used for this, and there is the ability to use some underspends in wages and wages votes. And the remuneration that I've been provided with is an hourly rate, but I would imagine that it should be, it's basically 3 or 4 weeks worth of work. So, and the hourly rate is a reasonable rate in relation to what consultants are charging. So I was comfortable with the hourly rate that was nominated, and the time and the scope of works that Mary will be engaged to do, which is essentially to produce the community strategic plan.
I think this is also part of the oh, that's the bottom, sorry, you named it. Because we're so far behind, yeah.
it was a matter of urgency that we started the process. So, I mean, we've already had great response so far. Everyone's engaged.
It's less than ideal to engage someone.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. Noted. All in favour of the motion? All in favour, declared. On 5, proposed method of sale for the 24 lots of the Barra Estate. It was easy to make. That's all. The recommendations on page 43. For everyone.
Just a couple of comments, for some of the moves and recommendations. We've had a valuation put on the lots of the parent company. I think we'll be very careful. We're not selling them. But it's by their price. We've got to have price, it leads to them, otherwise we're going to kill them. The building price of, the lots in Walden, we've been selling, in my opinion, well, the next on the corner of it. We cannot afford, as a council, to sell some of the, but there's other people in the market. That's the problem.
Thank you. Second.
Can I just ask some questions?
Can we second? Thank you, Councillor Miller. And yes, you may ask some questions.
Yeah, it stems on from what conversation said. Is the intention to sell the one because does that affect this question?
I'm taking advice from the response to the scope from the real estate agents, and I can't recall as to whether I think they actually just nominated just putting the lot on the market. Often with stage release is often around when developers have got the titles, and we've actually got the title, the full titles, and so I think potentially if somebody came and said, "Oh, we want to block right up the back," I think we'd want to accommodate them, and so I don't know that the stage release is so vital, but the agents will guide me as general manager as to whether they think that's the best choice. But they have got 2 responses to act as council agents, and and the prices that they nominated, they weren't obviously given the valuation, but their valuation aligns pretty favourably with the valuations that we've got, and so I think we'll definitely be in the hands of the agent as to how they go about marketing, because that's what we're engaging.
I would agree with council. We are actually a bit what?
Madam Mayor, I tend to agree that to create initial interest, releasing a few at a time. I don't know how the market would
Maybe
would
not
accommodate
10.
that, but as they say in real estate, versus what people are going to pay. But if you set a bit of a market trend there, then given the fact that there were people that showed expressions of interest in us, it'd be really good to reach out to those people, establish if they've moved on or if they're still here, and then our marketers could work with that as part of their plan to release them.
I think we still
We do have that list, and we will pass that on. And then I'm pretty sure I indicated in the report that the sellers of the land to council have an option to buy 2 allotments anyway. Yes, they would, and they may not be in the stage that the agents are offering the land, and in fact, when I went to the market for the agent, it was indicated then the council would sell those blocks and directly, not through the agents, because essentially.
So, people that agree, they indicated they like. Anything like that, they were aware of.
I'm not aware that they've gone to that detail. They just nominated interest in. Yeah.
And we've had a bit of delay because of that.
Yeah.
If you really, should be in that man. Yeah, even if you really want to sell the block, you're going to get it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 44 of them, but they are, what's it?
They're all different.
And they're different size.
Well, I guess that's the whole idea about engaging a real estate agent. They know better than what we know, but you know, so
They have they haven't nominated holding any back. Yeah.
any other questions, comments? All in favour? All in favour, declare it carried. Good luck. Item number 12. Item number 6 is the release of trust funds to the Volcan and tax committee. Don't move to the first council. So can I remember in second to move Councillor Shield and Councillor. All those in favour? All those in favour? Declare it carried. Councillor Walker, would you like to leave? Corporate Community Services item 1, please to waive meeting fees for the Archies. Please, seconded, Councillor Hooper. Any questions?
We get this clarification from Madam Mayor. So given that if there's no fees, whose insurance will cover the event then? Generally, when you have a higher insurance plan.
I think from memory, Councillor, that the board actually require a $20 million insurance, and I think that the country have had to do that, and that's why it was covered last year. Do you remember that, Councillor Booth?
Yeah, they covered last year, they also.
That's right. Yeah, it's a part of like it's ensuring that artwork. I think it's $20 million or something. So, but we will clarify that for sure. It was a fantastic event in Holbrook last year. Amazing. And I think brings lots of benefits to the designer.
Madam Mayor. Sorry. Excuse me, Madam Mayor. It does say in the discussion point that the appropriate insurances will be held. So that will already be covered in our event space. We'll make sure that they meet the appropriate insurance. I don't understand the nominal $50 amount. We don't generally require that. So, that would be.
All anything.
Okay.
Because they were service organisation.
Well, this recommendation isn't for a nominal amount to be paid. It's actually that we waive the cost of the meeting room fees, the higher fees.
No. Yeah, that's a more. Item number 2, nomination of council's native title manager. It's a recommendation there. Nothing moved and seconded, please. Councillor Hooper, Councillor O'Neill. Any discussion, questions?
Crown Lake, have twelve, I don't know whether any building or any structures they're putting on there, do they need to be reminded again, they need to check first. Because we're not really meant to be around involved in anything for freedom check. It's a question that was asked a couple of weeks ago. But I'm just wondering, you all can be need to make that question. Are there any like that?
Wouldn't the club have to become council for approval? So you talk about things that require approval.
Through you, Madam Mayor, if I can respond. Councillor Shield, if there was any development or structure that was being placed, that would be a council, like there would be an application submitted, and as part of that application, there'd be native title. So our native title manager will screen every single request that we are aware of. And we do require, there should be notification to council if it didn't require development, but they were still modifying. So we can do a reminder just on our website or something that could just jog their memories, but the process should capture any native title. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All those in favour of the recommendation? All those in favour, declare it carried. Number 3, community engagement strategy 2025. Luke, and councillor Liston. Any comments, questions? No? Put the motion. Sorry, Paddy again. All those in favour? Declare it carried. Item number 4, policy adoption on page 49, or recommendations on page 50. Thank you, Councillor. Thank you, Councillor Morton. Any comments? No? Put that to vote. All those in favour? Thank you, declare it carried. Second policy adoption on page 52. Thank you, Councillor Morton. Councillor Liston. Any comments? If not, put that to the vote. All those in favour? Declare it carried. Number 6, interim 24-25 quarterly budget review. Thank you, Councillor Linda, Councillor Hooper. Any questions for Mr. Hart? The recommendation is on page 64. No? Oh, sorry, go. Yeah. Any other comments, questions for Mr. Hart? No? I'll put the recommendation. All those in favour? Declare carried. Engineering part A licence lot 5 DP 250901. Councillor Linda. Councillor Hume. The recommendation is on page 67. Any comments? I'll put that recommendation. Those in favour? All in favour, declare carried. Item number 2, request a waiver contribution cost to the Furman Channel, Section 5.3. And the recommendation is on page 69. Like, move on second for that. Thank you. Thank you, councillor Leon. Any comments? I'll put it. All in favour? Complete carried. Item number 3, relocation of funding for additional phase structure with each playground in Ginborough. Councillor O'Neill, councillor Liston. Recommendations on page 71.
$45,000 would be, put into the, cost improvements.
There it is. Amendment to the recommendation. Have you got a second for that, councillor Quinn? Thank you, councillor Linda. We'll just wait for the. Wait for.
And there is the, not far down the track, with the 2 solar farms come online, Virginia, about 10 megawatts. With the whole board, that's simple.
Thank you, councillor Quinn. Any other comments?
Has there been an application for a medical for the driving record? That's to be established and has other funding been seen.
Yeah.
They have
Well, just through you, Mayor, I was just saying that why I seen pretty New South Wales as a part of that, which way get half of it, and that's what's.
Okay, I'll also.
I would imagine that the health console fund will be money to folding. So I think that could be used there. I just, my thoughts are the money that's set aside in the gym that should be finalised down there. To finish those jobs. So
in that now, I like projects to be finished. Half doing it, I guess I'll go for playground. Who knows when we're going to get around to the opportunity.
A little bit of coming. See what happens with this job.
Do I get a chance like that?
Yep, you can, absolutely. I'm actually putting the amendment, so can I put the amendment and see if it's one or less first? Or would you like to speak up? It's up to you. Sorry. I'm in your hands. Okay.
This is as in other areas, for instance, the 200,000 that the Barron Buddy over property to complete project there involving the car park, the playground, everything, which is great. So this is really minor amount, but I think it's a lot of hot weather happening. Hopefully this doesn't get up and then it happens. And again, money was there, which most that I came across at Black's Field, and it's the perfect amount that we need to complete it with the 3 months of money is raised. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put the amendment that the amendment is 25,000 to be put towards the whole thing with events, and it's moved by council and seconded by council Linda. Can we please vote on that? Those in favour. Councillor Linda, councillor Cheryl, and councillor Green. They have lost. So those. Yeah, we just go back to it. Sorry. We haven't had his movement second to the motion yet. Sorry. Oh, you missed motion. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, we did. Sorry. Yes, and sorry. Yes, would you like to start?
Yeah, I would agree. And it's just in relation to, annexure 6, which is the community engagement strategy, which we've already done. But part of the mirror message is that it reflects the importance of collaboration, transparency between council stakeholders. And I'm just a bit curious as to why the Gym Recycle Club, which are the ones that were pushing this in the first place, has not been consulted. And so when I actually took it upon myself to actually consult them, and have discovered that their aim is for the bike track to go to the top of the gap at this stage, and then it will actually go down Gilbert Road, pick up the New Glen State Underground Road and create a route to Jim Drum. And then the idea of the track actually going along the road as well will mean that the children that use Glenholm State will actually be able to ride the track to Jim Drum to the skate park, which they will ride out on your own road. And so, like, just by consulting with other here, I've discovered all this. But the other thing too that I just want to reflect here that's also very important, as it was spoken out of the Digital Forum last night as part of the council report to the forum. This is potentially with the trees being removed. That once the trees are removed, there's going to be additional shade sales erected for parking. So now, given we haven't talked about any of that, I'm just sort of querying where that's come from, where the money's going to come from that, given that's been like tabled in the council report at fair for.
Well, $35,000 was to be stuff.
And that was in conjunction with obviously council. They have no appetite to do it. Council Linda. And I explained that to yourself and the email I got. So that was why it was decided, well, how about we use that $25,000? This other track that you're talking about is completely different, and hopefully through our consultation, doing it for the engagement, that we will ascertain what they want to do. Do you know what I mean? Which is great. That's right, and which we will encourage that. I know nothing about the shade sales over the car park, so I comment on that. But anything else from the comment? Because yeah, I don't know about that bit.
I think that, do you want to have a go? I'm going to have a comment. I guess jumping ahead probably to we'll propose car park stage 2 in old shape. Only cover some part of the board things to obviously what's going to be discussed later on stage 1. Then should that was part of the project. Yeah. So that's really what happens. So the zone funding sort of our mindset to that part. Yeah, definitely shades up. It's part of the offset of what's shape. Yeah, no doubt about it. There's an interim grading. That's probably the sort of the cycle path being through Gilbert Road. Yeah, I'm not there.
And that can be a part of that, like that can be the information that we're gathering, like we're doing at the moment. I think that's fabulous that we are going to do. That's what they want.
Definitely, but the thing is here that we want to pride ourselves in preparation, and we haven't done that with this one. And then given that the shade sales over the car park is something that I heard the first time last night, which is plain too, to me that shouldn't be part of the much.
I'm broadly five.
Yes, ma'am.
Number one, the shades are in the car park. That in the original planning the stage was mentioned. Not as planned, you voted on yet or anything, it's stage 2 planning. Doesn't have to go to anyone, but it's been on diagrams in the council or something. Number 2, forum last night voted that the statement 25,000 to go on to the shade sale, with the proviso remains aware that they would like to pursue this new direction. Because that's never been put up before by you. And so the majority vote, is that they are happy to see the 25,000 complete this project, shades up and paper. I said to them, well, now the survey's happening, put your thoughts about that over there, flying over it. Put it down in the survey until chance, let's say, and have it left, in our team project.
Yeah, thank you. I think the most important thing is that we collaborate together and really that's, and you know, we're just the voice for our community, so we really do need to listen to everyone and I think we need to be respectful. That $25,000 has been in the budget for 4 years, and there's absolutely no appetite for more city council. That's what it was there for. So I think it's a good use of the money, but I hear what you're saying about the reports, and I think that we can, you know, from our results of the survey, I think we can definitely, you know, look at the sure. Yes, councillor.
I'm just waiting for the, so yeah, I've been sure the project is separate from our city. I think we're going to get the collaboration with them in the short term and looking to something which will look at those additional links and pathways that we can do anything else without the collaboration of the city. So we can get the project in.
Definitely. The last mention is something about 15 years ago when
Thank you.
I've got that some sort of lead, so.
Thank you. We'll put to what? Please, all those in favor. Councillor Cooper, Councillor Moore, Councillor Neil, Councillor myself, all those against, Linda, Shield, thank you. I just don't have sorry. Number 4, Junior Adventure Playground, Car Park Upgrade Project and Dartford. Recommendation is on page 79.
The only big harmful from the part of the reactor. It's.
I have a mover and second, please. Councillor O'Neill.
No one there. That's pages long, so I can't read out.
I'm sorry. Sorry. I've gone
73, right, yeah, that makes sense.
Sorry. Got it too far. Yeah. The second one. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Sure.
Open up for discussion.
I would like to see the tree. Very much and we have a lot. It's a lot of the upgrade. So we're having a lot of the local Charlotte and we do find there. Words that we respect the natural environment. I think we're taking a lot of development that's happening at Charlotte. Beautiful trees, and I really are beautiful. So much better in appreciating trees. And if we can do not maybe all bitumen, which that can be looked at.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Through you, Madam Mayor, I'm also passionate about trees, like big trees to be knocked down, but I had a look at the report on each of the trees. 2 of those trees are fair to fall. In addition, there is, which opens up the chance that they could be damaged and fall in the next short period of time. 2 of the trees seem to be okay. I'm quite sure that the planners have intention to plant more trees. The plan, as it looks at the moment, looks like there is more trees. And again, the selection of species, we could perhaps replicate or add to that area, ending up with more trees in the long run. And I think if we could look at, preserving those that are critical, we might be able to come to some sort of. Thank you.
Yeah. And at that moment, that, we retain the trees and go back and, rejig the, path to what we want to do.
Would you like to say something? Thank you, so just wait for.
Is in revised plan for car park.
Are you happy with that? Amendment, Councillor Linda and Councillor Hooper? Would you like to add something to it, Councillor Hooper? You look like you want to add something to it. He's thinking. You sure? Okay, the.
We can incorporate some of the words that would indicate that tree was the arborist beside. Shouldn't say, but RS. Yeah.
Well, perhaps the wording could say, retain, provide concept options are more sympathetic to retaining. Something along those lines. That way, it doesn't block us into.
Provide concept options.
Providing concept options. Does that do, Ben? Is that, would you want me to?
No, well, I think could you be going with retain tree words that might not be.
Yeah.
Practical. So I think we need to.
Get rid of that?
Yeah.
We can revise car park plan to accommodate the healthy trees.
Yeah.
As determined and as possible.
Are you happy to hear that? Mover and seconder.
Happy with that?
Would you like to speak?
Happy to. Okay, so, I just wanted to say, yeah, what you said, anything can be done. The issue about retaining trees, at the same time, it's not possible. But what we have to do when hard with these trees at all. So what it does is take it pull down our parking piece, all the trees. What's the risk of any work being done under those trees? So we've heard tonight that they're happy to reduce car parking, probably reduce it by half or even more. It's going to reduce the car park by half. Or we can move the car parking further north, possible. It's an option. I'm sure we have to, but we will make the one shared parking, which will be exactly the whole thing. So we all have how long to actually do it. So this project will not happen for a number of months. So it will be for it's not a simple project. I guess what was planned for is replacement trees with 50 that's a substantial amount. Yes, the trees do provide shade. There's nothing on the issue there. Yes, we want to trees, but there are unfortunately mostly where they are in the wrong place. That has a major impact, and I guess it changes our future plans of that area, which means that we won't be able to do many works in food zones, structural zones, that so. So we can bring back plans, have a change it, and stages, so possibly one stage done now, 1 in 10 years time when trees are at a certain age. But that's the things we'll look at. And I think it's not an issue because we try to be as efficient and effective as possible. I guess the new trees will provide much more shade than existing ones. It's fine. Like I said, that is why it's proposed that some shade of some car parks within exactly that different point of shade the next 10 years, say, that's missing. other trees that are, project matter. So that was the reason for shading the car park. Wasn't that instant shade protection was specific and, going with it. But yeah, like I said, anything will be done, it will just make a re-change of the plans. Will mean a drive. We're getting frustrated because the park we've been, a couple of insurance claims have been lodged, for the people in the park. And that is what, is concerning to myself, that we need to start. Right. But yeah, like I said, we look at all our options and happy to do so, but I just want to pre-warn that it will be a number of months back.
Any other questions? I would like to comment, and I don't know if you want, like, yeah. You know, so many movements who have come along that path and the gradually rocks, people who are using the wheelchairs, the plans, all go out on the side of the road because it's too dangerous. I'm not surprised, and somebody actually just the other day bailed me up. And he used the walker and he said, well, just can't go down there, we have to go back on the roadside. If people hear that this park is going to be months and months away, and they've been waiting for 12 months. It's done from and drive up to Gloucester. So they will not be happy. Step up to your
Question.
Yeah.
Is the option to concrete, if it's going to be 6 months lead time or whatever it will be to get the works reinitiated due to the design, is there an option to concrete and make that pathway? I'm not pushing for you, can we make that more permanent in the interim?
I was really some crossovers of the car park.
Yeah.
Car park, so it's safer than parking or up close to the floor at the playground. So there's no need for people to walk out to say. Plus also remove the path away from the large limbs done, which is a major tree there that we're trying to protect as much as we can. So to do any work there, well, you can do anything with we don't like the basement, any people take cars in or something like that. But I guess this has been programmed and so I know there's a lot of frustration. And I guess what the plan was to look at the future over some trees that are there at the moment that have got a shorter life as detailed in the reports and shorter I know it's hard to do, it's a small trees, that's why I know the other way, and change the thing. So, but unfortunately, there are things that will, we want to finish projects to do things. Trying to avoid everything that's there for the last 10 years, and we're trying to plan something that's going to be change. So, and trying to put a plan that's going to encourage people coming. We're going to have a lot of residents of Geelong. It's probably set up in the way, and unfortunately, the trees just don't fit. I can make it fit, but it's going to change the operation. Do that, but all I'm saying is we'll need to protect those trees. Won't allow parking. We've brought out instances of branches coming down on the playground. So we're looking to, we can do many things, but I suppose after a discussion, it's they've got them down. But anyway, have you read it or
Okay, just a question. How long do you think we might have for
I'd say
we need to put the amendment because we've been back and forth a few times. So the amendment's there and they ask you all to vote in favour. If you're in favour. Linda, Morton, Weston, Shield, Quinn, and against is Neil. I declare the amendment carried, so then that becomes the motion. and everyone's voting for it. Councillor O'Neill. Item number 5, Regional Economic Development Community Investment Program grant application. Councillor Hume, it's seconder. Thank you, Councillor.
Just mention, there's a change resolution, recommendations I've got on the board. Just, we have to detail where the money's coming from in regard to it. So clearly, I'll detail where in the next week, program. So clearly, like, sure that happens and by adopting this year, we can find out the resources. Because we've got our confirmation that we can move our $1.5 million. So just making it clear up front that it's really funding it, if we're successful for it.
From the Growth Recovery Funding Program.
Yeah, and as well as our rural construction program, because surveying what the design and borrows can't cover after. So it's only $6,000. It's done, it's sitting there, the letters just signed, we pull that in, do that, or scan the send it tonight, okay. So it's ready to go, but if you want to pull it up, we're gonna, that's where it's.
Okay, comments for put the recommendation. All those in favour? All those in favour and Councillor O'Neill on the room. Yeah, she's obviously can't be found. Item 1 corporate the water consumption smart to the June 2020.
Sorry, I'll be able to wait a bit. Councillor O'Neill's out of the room.
Just record that she left the room.
Okay.
You make a note above there and say prior to the vote, Councillor Neil.
Up being the corporate community services right investment account. Could I just make a comment? Could I have a look at the reviewing the policy? So I would just like to see us investing in reviewing our local constraints. That's that's all.
We do,
Yeah.
but it doesn't do advice because Hume Bank was previously not a rated bank.
Yeah.
Now it's accepted.
Yeah.
So the policy percentages that we apply to banks, and we have a 10% allocation to
Right. Sorry, I maybe I should have corrected that for you.
That's okay.
What some of their ideas of wanting to
that was fine with it, that relates a lot on that. So their own concern that we get to our policy now. So that is a change. That's where our investment policy, they about the loan and then they insist that we do a certain percentage. And students and local banks.
Yes.
One makes legal is very
Well, I think it's the, that then around our communities and we're investing in communities. I think it's only just for us to consider that and change our policy accordingly. To be honest, that's just my take. With any other comments?
I've got a comment. I'd like to endorse your comment.
Madam Mayor,
there's on the review of that document, I said that a couple of those long-term investments are due for maturity, in particular, three belonging to the Northern Territory. When they come to maturity, that would be the obvious pick to move over.
We don't really have to wait until then.
Well,
We do
yeah.
have to do the policy in place.
Money out of it.
Yes, we can't.
No,
we can't
the
pull that
policy.
Money out.
So, do we need to make the policy or we just say it?
We'll
Revise it.
and then, yeah.
We've got to do
Two of those, I think, were in June. And then follow with the other one to
Through you, Madam Mayor, may I please just get some clarification on the investment policy? So what we spoke about before was the reason we can't use particular banks as their rating.
Yep.
Now, some banks have changed, but you mentioned that you'd like to support local banks.
Yeah.
Would you like that in the policy? That, like, how would you like, I guess that's a question. Like organically, it will mean that certain banks we can use and we'll see who, you know, but would we like to have a preference that we consider local bank, like, so we'll give credibility to local.
I think that that's fair.
Yeah, that's fine. We can just include that in there.
They've invested something like $8.5 million in the last in Henty, in the community where they have.
Yeah, and we'll do that on the basis that they're supporting our communities, so we can make reference to, preference. Yep.
Yeah.
Consideration will be given, but we won't make it prescriptive. Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
The current situation, as I understand it, is that banks will only guarantee. If the bank goes belly up, that's all we will get back. And that's why we spread our investment. Using all our money. That's why the investment policy. We get the higher rate of AAA plus, that is a very secure bank, that's your banks and those banks, that sort of thing. And that's why, so just want to sort of understand. That's what it's.
Any other comments on the recommendation there on page 8? Move and second. Thank you, Councillor Hume and Councillor Lawson. All those in favour? All in favour? We just need clarification on one the car park issue in the agenda. Sorry.
Council can move to a resolution to correct today. That he needs clarity about the other car park that was about before, which is near the swimming pool now. And so if I think we would need to invite the council to move a motion to recommit a resolution in relation to the car park.
I'd like to councillor to recommit a resolution to go back because we've covered 2 car parks, one covered 1. Please. Thank you.
So you have to, hey? The motion stands for both. Well, then there's no ambiguity.
No.
I just haven't been discussed.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't been discussed.
The mover and second are happy with that. Is everyone else happy with that? Yes.
Yeah.
All those in favour? Thank you. And Councillor Quinn, you're moving. Thank you. Are there any questions or comments?
About 89.
16 is all the way to the end. Yeah.
89?
No, 115. Sure.
Go back to the side of the result.
Did somebody second that? That's fine.
Did you get a second?
Thank you, Councillor Hume.
We moved to close.
Oh, sorry, Councillor Hume, all those in favour? All those in favour, opposed, down.
Just one comment.
Yes.
Just regarding the engineering. Oh, that's actually 10. Just to say, the last 2 weeks I've been on that, right with the, Bordale Road, and it is coming along back.
Another make an ask the question to Mr. Bennett. Yeah, page number of engineering, it's something that's in the report, I was wondering, we didn't get a report on the costing stuff. We do that opposed to.
Not the council, we're still waiting for the EPA advisors if they've accepted their report yet. And currently, we're still obviously testing material without saying the report next month. At this stage, but we're still waiting on the EPA to get back to the information they want to go.
Thank you. Okay, we put the, second, to contact the police, Council Lister,